Hello? Hold this minute. What'd you say?
I'm here, but I don't know how to get in. I've never talked on a
Oh, no,
Facebook
no, no. You
before.
don't have to. I got you. I'm going to do it on the telephone.
Oh, okay.
All right. People can hear you.
I'm
Yes.
here,
Eh,
but I don't know how to get in. I've never talked on a
yeah.
Facebook.
No, you don't have to. I got you. I'm going to do it on the telephone.
Okay. So you got to turn down the volume in the background. Hey, Tola, can you take down the images on the right side so I can see the comments of people, see what people are saying? Would you do that for me, Tola, please?
You know,
So,
video.
so this is Greer. This is Greer. This is my niece. Hello, Greer. How are you?
I'm well. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Wait a minute, Tola. Are you still there? Let me see if Tola. He's my engineer, and I want to find out if he's still orchestrating things. He wears a lot of hats. Yeah, can you move the images on the right so I can talk to my niece and I can see the comments of people?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Let me see here what people are saying. Yes, and so all right, Greer.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me now. So Dorothy Bell is your
Grandmother.
grandmother. She's my mother, but she's your grandmother. What do you
Yes.
remember about her?
Everything that you were saying about her is correct. She was an amazing woman. She was a motivational speaker. She was a comedian. She took me everywhere on her speaking engagements and her community involvements. She was a woman who made sure that the Gainesville community the children of the Gainesville community was well taken care of. And it was beautiful to watch. As an adult now, I wish I would have paid attention more to some of the things that she was doing. I didn't realize how important it was then, but looking back on it and her legacy, and even now in Gainesville, Georgia, people still bring her name up. And when they see me, they always tell me stories about my grandmother. She touched many lives, many, many lives.
And so Bula Rucker, who started the school.
Yes.
Yes.
Beulah is my great-grandmother, your grandmother.
Yes. Wow. And so she was known. She went to the college and said, "These hands will work." And they turned her
That's
away
right.
the first time. Then she went back a second time. What happened the second time?
They went ahead and accepted those hands at Savannah State.
At
Savannah State University, and that's how she paid her way through college.
Savannah State University, and that's how she paid her way through college, by working?
Yes, by using her resources, such as her hands and whatever else that they needed, her mind, you know, whatever was needed, since she couldn't pay. But, you know, we all have things that we can use to pay for things, using our resources, and that's what she did.
Wow. Let me talk to my brother, please.
Okay, here he is.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm your older brother.
Yeah, I know that. I thought I was a top dog, but I guess I ain't no more.
Okay.
Yeah, you look like me. So that's why I know you're a good looking man. You look like me.
All right, I received that. Absolutely. Yeah. What did you think when I called to talk to you this morning? I said we need to talk. That Dorothy Bell was my mother, and you immediately said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, she's my mother." And you said, "That makes us brothers."
That's right. Yeah, but at first I thought you was a telemarketer. because I'd seen it. And I was, people be calling. And then when you said that and started talking and you mentioned Dorothy Bell, I said, it's the real thing. When you told me about my mother and what she had done, and I said, man, you didn't hear me, but I threw a little water too out there.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I cried a little bit. But
yes.
I'm just so glad this day will live in infamy.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Man, tell me about our mother.
Well, she was, on the other side of the coin, that she was a good mama. She really was. And she would always do, in fact, I probably know 90% of all of her speeches that she made up. And I would travel around with her, and I'm kind of like my daughter. At that time, I didn't care about a lot of things, but she taught at my grandmother's school. See, my grandmother Bula, our grandmother Bula, had the first veteran school in the state of Georgia for black off-white. And she started that. And I wondered how she was able to she had a whole army barracks. And I was wondering how she was able to do that. And after research, and I found out she and Eleanor Roosevelt was good friends. I said, that's how that happened. And
wow.
She was able to get some things done. And she also, it was called a Bula Rucker Industrial High School, because she taught bricklaying she didn't teach it, but she had teach bricklaying to the veteran that got out of school, got out of service during the Korean conflict, and they would come down and she would teach them. And she also taught basic education. They taught heating and air conditioning, sewing. She had it all going on for her. And at the time, this was just unheard of for a woman of color to be able to do these kind of things in the early 50s, and late 40s. This is just unheard of. And I think about a lot of times that she's been coming on now with all the resources, no telling what she had done, but that was her time. And our grandmother, she ran a boarding school too for kids who couldn't afford to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't afford to be there, but what she would do, my grandmother wouldn't give you anything. You had to work for it. And so she would have girls staying in one part, boys in the other. So she had a half a day of training for the girls, half a day of training for the boys. They had to work. To show you how she was, she ran a little store, sold sodas for a nickel. I remember asking her, I said, Grandma, that's what we call her. I said, can I have a soda? She said, you got a nickel? I said, no. She said, well, you go there and move that lumber and I'll give you a soda. Now, she just believed in you working. And that's what her philosophy was. And my mama taught school there. My grandmother, and there was two other teachers that taught. And if I wished it, I don't wish it, because God had his plan for us, and we met at this time, and it was a reason. There's a reason for this. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes. And I'm at peace with that. Yeah. I'm sure that she's looking from the other side, celebrating that we finally met.
Yeah, found each other. That's right. Our mother was she entertained so much that people would call her just to do and she not only would sing, play, say speeches, she could do a whole hour and a half of performances and with different things. In fact, I know a lot of, maybe we get together sometime and I'll tell you some of them. She was a remarkable woman.
Wow.
Oh, you want to hear a little short of hers?
Yes.
Are you a Muslim? Huh?
Yes.
Well, I went to church just the other day. The preacher was preaching in the good old-fashioned way. He was discussing the Bible so good that I began to holler. I found myself in the flow just a while. Deacon came up and said, how does you feel? I said, I feel so good from my head to my heel. He said, that's it, brother. That's it. That's what you're supposed to feel. Well, about 3 days later, I was walking down Spider Spring, singing, oh, amaze and grace. Stop. I saw these clothes on the line, and I looked around. I didn't see nobody. Now, you might think I was got a legend, or you might think I was still in sin, but I sure stole these clothes to be baptized in. I just want a many little things.
She wrote that? Oh, so she wrote poems too?
Yes, she wrote all that. And I got about 10, 12, 15 that I found the other day.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I got to get some copies.
Oh yeah, you know you'll get them, brother.
Yes. Oh man, wow.
That just one a minute. I take up too much time in your program trying to tell y'all.
No, you won't. No, you won't. The people who follow me, they love my story, and this is a new story in my life. Wow. So speaking is in my blood.
Yeah, you got it naturally. You got it naturally.
And
well, you sure you want to hear another one?
Yes, I do.
You got time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you know, they always talk about we not having much. We don't have much knowledge. You know, they always say that we don't talk much. Well, I had an uncle back in the day. You had an uncle to it back in the day. His name was John. Well, John stayed on the plantation, and he didn't know but 2 words. Yes, sir. Well, the master had another plantation owner that came over to see him. And he said, I heard you got a person down here. We ain't gonna use those other terms. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
He don't know nothing but 2 words. Now, I want to see how smart he is. Now, if he can remember what I tell him, I will buy his freedom from him. He said, okay. So the master said, John, come up here, Yaza. So he came up there. And the other plantation owner said, John, those pants you got on, don't call them pants no more. Call them cubelos. Yaza, that bed you sleep on, John, call it bed no more. Call it easy sister. Yaza. He said, now that cat over there, call it cat no more. Call it white persimmon. In that fire in the fireplace, don't call it fire no more. Call it red hot coals of corduroy. And he said, come on out here. You see that bun right there? Call it bun no more. Call it the high king of Chickamauga. He said, yes, sir. He said, now that pun down there, call it pun no more. Call it the age of revelation. He said, yes, sir. Well, about a week later, John was knocking on the door. Master, 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 rise up off your easy sister, jump into your cubelos. The red hot coals of corduroy popped on white persimmon's back, and she headed for the high king of Chickamauga, and without the age of revelation, our kingdom would be destroyed.
Wow. So she wrote, she was a comedian, she sang, she played the piano, she spoke.
Yeah. And that's how John got his freedom, see? So use your mind. Use your mind.
Boy. And so our grandmother, how does she learn how to read?
Our grandmother.
Yes, Bula.
You just study the newspapers on the wall. She learned the alphabets and learned how to read from that.
The article said about her said she was hungry to learn.
Yes, that was our grandmother.
And my new book is called you've got to be hungry.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
That's good.
Look at
That is
God.
good.
I said, you got to be hungry. That's the title of my book. And the subtitle of it is The Greatness Within to Win. She was hungry to learn and started a school for kids and adults.
That's right. That's exactly right. She did that. And she always felt that you shouldn't be given anything. You need to work for it. And she given something to do. She has some property that she sold to some people that never did pay her. She died before they paid her, but they couldn't pay her, so she would let them work, and she signed the papers for them to get their houses built. But it didn't seem to bother her. Money was not an issue for her. She knew how to make it. And she would have my mother, she would have what they call a little social on Saturday nights, and you paid a nickel to get in. Now, we had an old bus, and I'd drive it around and pick up folks. And she would have them to come in. You had to pay a nickel. If you didn't have no nickel, you had to sweep a floor or something to get in. And that's what she did. She just believed in you had to pay. And at 10 o'clock, every Saturday night at 10 o'clock, it was over. She just blinked the lights twice. And it was over. To give you an example, my wife and I was staying in the house up there, and we had some friends in and having a little get together. And at 10 o'clock, them lights blinked, and she was already dead. It blinked twice. And I said, okay, y'all got to go. That's what you're talking about. I said, y'all got to go. I know what that means. I don't know what she did. And I burned them out because I knew she was saying it's time to go. And I knew that by them lights blinking twice.
Wow. Oh, man. That is just incredible. Well, George, I'm so glad this is the happiest day of my life, meeting my other brother. Thank you so much. Y'all received me with such love. All right. Well, we're going to be seeing each other real soon. I'm coming to now. Where do you live?
I live in Oakwood, Georgia.
Oakwood, Georgia. Okay. And I'm in Ackworth. And I'm coming to, we got to get together in Gainesville. I got to come to the museum where our grandmother has a museum honoring her work.
Yes, and we have a educational building there that we can have a small get-together with the rest of the family.
Okay. That sounds great to me.
Okay, thank you for all your time, brother, and I'm sorry I took up all your time. Now, you ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, yes, I got a lot to say. I want to thank you and your wife and my niece for receiving me, and I can't wait to connect with my brother and the rest of the family to let us know that we have finally got the last piece to the puzzle.
All right. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you as well. Thank you. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, boy. That's my brother, George Rucker. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Oh, me. I tell you, this thing called life. Mother Teresa said, just when I thought I got a handle on life, the handle broke. Oh my goodness. Who would have thought? Oh my goodness. I got to collect myself after talking to my brother, George Rucker. His mother, Dorothy Bell Rucker. We have the same mother. And her mother was Bula Rucker. And we got Ruckers everywhere, Randolphs and everything else. Wow. I want you to think about something that you want very much in your life. Something that's important to you. Something that you have a hunger for. Those of you that know me, have been following me and know my story, you know my story because I've been telling my story. that I was born in an abandoned building in a poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City with a twin brother. And that's Wesley on the right, that's me on the left, and that's Mrs. Mamie Brown. I always say God took me out of my biological mother's womb and placed me in the heart of my adopted mother. And that narrative is going to change, because February 17th, I turned 76, and something happened. I began to look at and reflect on my life. Here's Wesley and I, raised in poverty, starting out from nothing. And I want you to listen to me closely. You have something special. You have seeds of greatness in you. But those seeds will not manifest until you take time for self-reflection, to invest in yourself, to cultivate them so they can grow and expand and manifest itself in your life so that you can live a life of greatness. So Wesley and I, starting out with nothing, two of us there eating sugar cane. Poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City. Wesley and I. And so for the past 52 years, I was telling the story about this lady who she met my birth mother, and they had a moment where she had to determine. Several people came to this place where she was, and she talked to them shortly, and then looked at my godfather, he said, and said, no, that's not the one. But when she met a person named Dorothy Bell Rucker, she told my godfather, this is the one. They talked for a little while, and she handed Wesley and I over to her. Now keep in mind, I said to you, you have seeds of greatness in you. So I never knew my birth mother. But there's something in you and in me. We're the children of the ones that would not die. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We've come over a way that with tears have been watered. We've come treading a path through the blood of the slaughtered. And so, I want you to follow me. I've never laid eyes on either one of my parents. I wonder, what did my father do? What did he look like? And so this past weekend, I got a chance. That's my father. Oliver Randolph, out of Gainesville, Georgia. They said he was a sharp dresser, handsome guy, ladies' man. Now I know where I got that from. And I wondered. Finally got a picture. Got a chance to see him. and talk to some of the other Randolphs. Oliver Randolph. My original name was Calvin Randolph. My twin brother's original name was Alvin Randolph. And then, remember what I said, you have seeds of greatness in you. This is my birth mother. Her name, Dorothy Bell. She was a motivational speaker. You know, they talk about nurture or nature. A motivational speaker. Whoa! It would be criminal for somebody to deny that that's my mother. Ancestry and 23andMe, my son consulted both of those, and that's the match. Both of those. That's my birth mother. They said she could speak, and she had a sense of humor. She was funny, and she could play a piano and play it so good she could make it walk. She played by ear, and she wrote poems, and she was a teacher. And this is my grandmother. That's Dorothy Bell Rucker. And this is Bula Rucker, her mother, my grandmother. And I read an article. Now, mind you, my book is entitled, my latest book, You Gotta Be Hungry. That's been my whole career, how I became a disc jockey. You gotta be hungry. Those of you who know me, you know me by that. You gotta be hungry. It said that Bula Rucker was hungry to learn. Hungry to learn, so hungry, she taught herself the alphabets and how to read from newspaper that was used on the wall to keep the cold winter air out in Gainesville, Florida. She was driven, unstoppable. Went to college and had no money. Who does that? Somebody that's hungry to learn. And they asked her for money. She held her hands out and said, "These two hands can work." And the head of the school turned her away. And she came back and said, as she looked at him, "These two hands can work." Now, if somebody tell you, come on, give me a break. Next, you gonna show up again? She was hungry to learn. These two hands can work. This time, he relented. This time, he let her in. This time, he gave her chores to do. She milked cows, and she worked for other teachers and did whatever work that was available for them so she can get an education. And she graduated with honors. And she started a school, only school in Gainesville for Black kids, teaching them a variety of professional skills. And she was so good, the community honored her. She did it for 40 years. And they honored her by turning the school into a museum. People just go to Gainesville, Georgia to see this place that my grandmother, who was a motivational speaker, who was the force to be reckoned with. Boy, she's quite a woman. Wow. I've been looking at her. I've been looking at her. I've been thinking about her determination, her hunger to learn. She built a house. All she had were nails, a saw, and a hammer. The house still stands. Her grandmama was a bad somebody up in here, up in here. She was friends with Eleanor Roosevelt. People believed in her. She was a voice of influence. I had this hunger in me. I don't know where it came from. I thought, and I didn't. This is where it came from. When this woman gave me to this woman. Millions of people's lives changed around the world because this woman gave me to this woman, Mrs. Mamie Brown. Dorothy Bell Rucker. Mrs. Mamie Brown said, "That's the one. That's the one." When she was looking for a way to find a house that I told her that I would buy for her, she said, "That's the one." And Dorothy Bell Rucker said when she met Mamie Brown, "That's the one I want to give my boys to. That's the one." That statement, "That's the one," has been in my life. If you go on YouTube and you Google Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome, you will hear me use that statement. That's the one. I am the one, sir. I'm the one. Go on, Google it. Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. That's Bula Rucker's grandson. And Dorothy Bell Rucker's son. And Dorothy Bell picked this woman out and said, my God the Father said, she got up in her face and they looked and their nose almost touched. And she backed away just a little bit and said, "Give me my boys, Mr. Moss," and put us in the arms of Mamie Brown. And she asked her, "You promised never to separate my boys?" And she said, "I won't." "You promised to take good care of them?" And she said, "I will." Got real close and looked in Mamie Brown's eyes and looked at Mr. Moss and said, "That's the one." Mamie Brown only had a third-grade education, but my grandmother was educated at Bula Rucker, and my mother, Dorothy Bell, was educated and became a teacher. And so Mamie Brown took me through this. Oh, but there was something in me that poverty couldn't contain. Come on, somebody. Something in me that I got from this woman here. And this woman here, and this woman here. Oh my goodness, wow. Look at God. Oh my goodness. Oh. This past weekend has been the happiest day of my life. My brother George Rucker, I called him and I said, "Sir, my name is Les Brown. Ancestry and 23 and 2, or whatever that is, said that your mother is my mother." He said, "Well, that makes you my brother." He said, people called him and said, "What did you say when Les Brown called you?" Well, he told me that he was Dorothy Bell, which is my mother, our mother, son. I said, "Well, that makes you my brother." And they asked, "That's all?" He said, "Yes." Then you ask, "How did that happen?" He said, "It didn't matter how it happened. What matters is he's here. And we're going to move forward with love." Let me tell you something. My brother accepted me, arms wide open. My niece Greer, my first cousin Angie, my first cousin Sweetie Mario Rucker, and her daughter. Boy, man, boy, you know, I just had no idea. I had no idea. Oh boy. Had no idea. This is a book. You think? Oh my goodness. Tyrone said, "I'll write it." Oh my goodness. I've been processing this. I got in bed and I was eating some Chunky Monkey ice cream for therapy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I had to stop. My blood sugar level went up sky high. Oh my goodness. Oh. Mind-blowing possibilities. Let me share this with you. You remember Mustafa? "You are more than that which you have become." The seed in me that I got from my grandmother, from both my mothers and my father. You're more than that which you have become. And it's been driving me, and I did not know why. Even when periods of my life I was temporarily insane. And who says I'm all the way here now? Talking to squirrels. Oh boy. I'm so grateful. I can't wait to meet the rest of the Ruckers and the Randolphs. I'm going to Gainesville tomorrow. My children say, "We want to go with you." Well, you better get here. They coming. I don't know when they coming down. I wasn't coming out the house. But for my family, the Ruckers and the Randolphs and Gainesville, I got to go down and see my peeps. And I don't put anything off. No. I'm not going to be waiting 2 or 3 weeks. No. I got to see my peeps. I'm going to go to the museum. I'm going to meet with the Randolphs and the rest of the Ruckers. I come bearing gifts. Oh boy. I told him, I said, I don't want anything from you. I just want to know my brothers. I got two brothers. One Rudy and the other one, George Rucker. Boy, look at God. He just, I'm 76. You know how long I've been waiting on this? 76. I'm 76. I used to think people in their 40s were old. Now I feel like I've been shining shoes at the Lord's Supper or waiting tables. Where's that Randolph boy? He's around here somewhere. Tell him Jesus wants some more wine. He needs some more wine. He's going to turn it into water, but he needs a little sip of it first to make sure it's good. Come on, man. You got issues. What a mighty God we serve. All these years, something was driving me. Something I got from 3 people. Oh boy. I'm so thankful. I thank those of you who've been praying for me. Don't stop. Those prayers are working and they are needed. I need prayer. Okay, I need it. You know I do. You know I need it. You know I do. Oh boy, so now I'm Mamie Brown's baby boy. And I am I got another closing now. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy, and this has been Dorothy Bell's oldest boy, and Bula Rucker's pride and joy. Come on, I got it. I'm doing it. Yes. I got a new closing. Come on now. Come on. You can't make this stuff up. Oh boy. You can't make anybody want to know how I got here. Luther Barnes, God's grace. Don't make me sing for you. Oh, you can't listen to me while you're driving. You'll faint. You'll close your eyes and call it. Oh boy. Boy, if God doesn't do anything else for me, He's done enough. He's done enough. If He doesn't do anything else for me, He's done enough. Thank you, Lord. And if you decide to do anything else, move the cancer from my prostate to my ankle, because I don't need 2 ankles, or my elbow. I don't need 2 elbows either. In fact, I don't even need 2 knees. Just take one of my knees, or just move it there, move the cancer there, okay? No, He didn't go there. He's got issues. You know, they said Dorothy Bell was funny. She could have been a comedian. My mother could have been a comedian. And a great motivational speaker she was. Could tear a piano up. I just want to share this with you. It's just on my heart. I just, tears of gratitude. Lord, if you don't do anything else for me, you've done enough. You've done enough. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And so it is. I just thought I'd come in here and disrupt your afternoon.
Let me share something with you. Life is for living. Most people are not living, they're existing. And the reason that this is not for everybody, this is for people who say, I don't want to exist. The reason that millions of people are calling in a market where we see signs everywhere, help wanted, and one Burger King place said, they had a sign on the Burger King outside said, we quit. Where they're supposed to be selling hamburgers, all right? They said, we quit, we resign, all of us. People quitting in the middle of the day. Reason is, they want to leave a job that's not them. I got it.
Oh, let me help you out.
Okay, help me out.
You're having a power surge.
Yes, I'm having a power. This is what happens when you get symptoms. All right.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
So,
but let me
let me tell you something. All right. Focus is about taking charge of your mind.
Yes.
Faith is about taking charge of your heart.
Come on now. Come on now. The mind believes, but the heart knows. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Come to New York. The truth is, when you come, your life will be changed.
Come on.
When you come, you want to bring other positive, motivated people with you that's going in the direction of where you're going. When you come, we will allow you to come into an environment where you will have social distancing from the negative, toxic people who don't have goals, who don't have dreams, who are volunteer victims. When you come, you have to begin to serve notice to all the toxic, negative behavior in your life so you can make room for the greatness that you have within you to live the life that you were chosen to live. When you come, be ready to say goodbye to yourself. Kiss that person you've been up to this point. Goodbye, because you will understand what Paul meant when he said, I must die daily, because now, goodbye, because that'll give birth to the greatness that you have within. Goodbye when you come to the Rock Church. Oh yes, somebody can hear me right now. Well, when you come on August the 14th, I want you to direct messengers right now. Tell them how they get their tickets right now. It's selling out fast. It's selling out fast.
And we'll send you a link so that you can be a part of this event. And let me tell you what else is important. First, you have focus.
Yes.
Then you have faith.
Yes.
And then you have follow through.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I believe that if you could turn on the radio and learn how to be a thug, you should be able to turn on the radio and learn how to be a thinker. And that's why I need you to do this rap with me, because I'm ready to follow through. Now I need you to do the hook with me.
And let me tell you the reason I've been kind of slow is because rap created what I believe is HIV, another virus, food-infected virus, AIDS, addiction to incarceration, and death syndrome. All right, every week when I'm being killed, about we gotta be. We can't even afford a pork chop. Hello, somebody. Wow. Y'all know it's true, Vicky. Come on, it's changed our culture. I mean, yes. You see people walking around, won't pull their pants up. Won't pull their pants up. Who does that? Won't pull. What does it take to pull you? Who stands in the mirror and pull the pants out so people can see your underwear? What's up with that? Or maybe I'm old-fashioned. Well, let me be old-fashioned, but you ain't gonna see my underwear. No. That shows no gumption. You know what that reminds me of? Frederick Douglass said, say, well, why help a man stand to his feet if he doesn't have enough gumption to lock his knees and pull his pants up? When you let him go, his head is going to hit the pavement because there's nothing in there anyhow. Oh, that was a good move.
Oh, come on. Woo! Follow your heart. Say that with me. We're not going to say, follow your heart. Okay, let's practice again. Follow your heart.
Follow your heart.
Okay, and then another zoom. Follow your heart.
Follow your heart.
All right, good. So these are the words, and then as you get it, say it with me. Follow your heart.
Follow your
All
heart.
right, you say it with me this time.
Okay.
All right, you got rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Repeat your repeat. 1, 2, 3. Follow your heart, even if no one's behind you. Follow your heart. Just let the Spirit guide you. Follow your heart. I hope these words can remind you to follow your heart. If you ever want to find you, follow your heart. Now, I've never been a follower till I decided not to be a fried swallower. Because I take pride in being my best. And know sometimes I think it's right, keep leading me left. So
Follow your
heart. If your mistakes will be the same as mine, we can't always find the answers in our brain. The sign is when you have those feelings that you can't explain. You know what it means, but let me tell you why it came.
Follow your heart.
Even if no one's behind you.
Follow your heart.
Just let the Spirit guide you.
Follow your heart.
I hope these words can remind you to
follow your heart.
If you ever want to find you, yes. First, you have to focus. Focus on your dream. Focus on where you're going, not where you are. Focus on the type of relationships that are going to help you to grow and expand and don't get stuck in a rut. Focus is important, but focus happens and is truly ignited when you have faith.
And follow your heart. And let the record show. There will be disappointments. You're going to have setbacks. You will fail your way to success. People will reject you. People will disappoint you. People will talk about you. But when you follow your heart, there's a difference when you work on a job. And when you work on a job, that's what you get paid for. But when you follow the calling on your heart, oh, that's what you're made for.
Yes.
Follow your heart.
Some of you right now are going to letsbrowngreatness.com. Some of you right now are moving around your schedule because your heart says that you need to be with the Brown family. Your heart says, hey, I've been listening to Les Brown on YouTube. I've been trying to find out how I can meet him. Now I get a chance to get a VIP ticket and to have dinner with Les Brown and ask him some questions about my goal and my dream. Now I have an opportunity to be in the room with one of my heroes. Dad, you aren't just my dad. You didn't just give birth to me. You are my hero because you built our family business by focusing, by having faith, and by following your heart.
Yes, follow your heart because there your treasure is also. Follow your heart because you were made for greatness. Follow your heart. You were chosen out of 400 billion sperm. Follow your heart. You were born to win. Follow your heart. You are a masterpiece because you're a piece of the master.
Follow your heart.